There's a conversation that every man over 60 should have had by now, but almost no one does. It's not something you'll find in the waiting room of a doctor's office, nor is it the sort of topic that comes up over coffee with friends. Yet, it's a conversation that could change your life. It's direct, it's serious, and it's absolutely necessary. Today, I want to talk to you about 3 simple habits, natural, accessible, and free, that can radically improve your prostate health. My name is Dr. Juliana, and I've spent decades as a urologist helping men live longer, healthier lives. What I'm going to share with you today isn't just opinion. It's science, real science, grounded in rigorous research that has helped thousands of men age with more freedom, less pain, and a far better quality of life. If you're over 60, or if you have a father, grandfather, husband, or friend in that age group, listen closely. Stay with me until the end, because one of the habits I'll share might just surprise you. Before we get to these habits, though, you need to understand why the prostate deserves special attention after age 60. The prostate is a small gland, about the size of a walnut. It sits just below the bladder and wraps around the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body. Its job is important, producing a portion of the seminal fluid that transports sperm. But as men age, particularly after 50, the prostate begins to enlarge. Even when this growth is benign, it can cause serious problems. This condition is called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, over half of men between 51 and 60 already show signs of an enlarged prostate. After age 70, that figure jumps to more than 80%. But numbers alone don't tell the whole story. What's truly concerning is how this enlargement affects everyday life. As the prostate grows, it squeezes the urethra, making urination more difficult. You might notice a weak urine stream, the sensation of an incompletely empty bladder, trouble starting to urinate, or frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. Here's the crucial point. Most men think these symptoms are just part of getting older. But that's not true. Science now shows there are natural ways to prevent excessive prostate growth and even reverse these symptoms using simple daily habits. Let's dive into the first habit, strategic hydration. It might sound basic, but its power is profound. Proper water intake can significantly ease urinary symptoms common in men over 60. But it's not just about how much water you drink. The key lies in how you hydrate throughout the day. As we age, our body's sense of thirst declines. Many men go hours without a sip of water, only to drink when they're already dehydrated. Their urine becomes concentrated, acidic, and full of toxins that irritate the bladder and inflame the prostate. This buildup of residues damages internal tissues, weakens the urine stream, increases urgency, and is a major cause of those nighttime bathroom trips. But there's a simple adjustment that can change everything: strategic hydration. The recommendation is straightforward: hydrate well during the morning and daytime hours by sipping water gradually and reduce fluid intake toward the evening. This enhances bladder function, reduces pressure on the prostate, and helps flush out toxins without overloading the urinary system during sleep. In a study published in the Journal of Urology involving more than 2,000 men over 60, this hydration strategy was shown to reduce nighttime symptoms of incomplete bladder emptying and frequent urination by up to 41%. This small change costs nothing, yet it can improve your sleep, protect your prostate, and restore your sense of rest the next day. It's the first step, and it works best when it becomes part of your daily routine. The second habit is one that's rarely mentioned in medical consultations, yet it has a direct impact on prostate health: a light walk after meals to improve blood circulation. It's simple: take a short walk after major meals. This movement activates essential body functions, and its benefits go far beyond digestion. Walking right after eating stimulates circulation in the pelvic region, sending more blood, oxygen, and nutrients to the prostate. This helps reduce inflammation, improve cellular oxygenation, and gradually normalize prostate function. Additionally, walking after meals helps control blood sugar, which is important because diabetes is a known risk factor for prostate enlargement and more severe urinary symptoms. Another crucial point is its effect on systemic inflammation. A sedentary lifestyle, especially after eating, increases inflammatory markers in the body. Light movement reduces these substances and protects tissues, including the prostate. In a study conducted by the Medical School of the University of Sao Paulo involving men over 65, those who walked for just 15 minutes after lunch and dinner had a 35% lower risk of developing moderate to severe symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia. It doesn't have to be a long walk. You don't need a treadmill. Just a light, consistent daily walk around the house, down the sidewalk, or even in the hallway is enough. This is the kind of habit that seems minor, but over the years, it protects the prostate in remarkable ways. The third habit is perhaps the most surprising: regular sexual activity for prostate protection and natural cleansing. This is one of the most effective habits for prostate health, but because of taboos and outdated beliefs, it's also one of the most ignored by older men. It involves maintaining regular sexual activity. Modern science is clear: regular ejaculation promotes a kind of internal cleansing of the prostate. It helps expel accumulated secretions, dead cells, and toxins that can build up in the gland. A study conducted by Harvard School of Public Health, published in the journal European Urology, followed over 10,000 men for 2 decades. It found that men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer over their lifetime. Beyond the cleansing effect, sexual activity also improves pelvic blood flow, relaxes the muscles around the prostate, lowers stress levels, and improves mood, all of which reduce local inflammation, a key factor in prostate issues. Unfortunately, many men over 60 still approach this topic with guilt or shame. But from a medical standpoint, maintaining an active sex life is a natural, safe, and effective way to care for prostate health. If you have any doubts or difficulties, talk openly with your urologist. Denying or ignoring the topic doesn't protect your health, but a mature, informed approach just might save your prostate. The fourth habit is strategic eating to lower the risk of prostate inflammation and cancer. This habit is tied to something you do every day eating, but perhaps not with the right intention. There are specific foods that offer direct protection to the prostate, helping reduce inflammation, lower the risk of benign enlargement, and even prevent cancer. The appearance of cancer cells can be influenced by diet. One of the most thoroughly studied compounds is lycopene, a natural antioxidant found in foods like tomatoes, watermelon, and guava. This red pigment has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and acts directly on prostate tissue. A study published in the International Journal of Cancer found that men who frequently consumed cooked tomatoes at least twice a week had a 28% lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Another essential nutrient is zinc, found in pumpkin seeds, nuts, and seafood. Zinc helps balance hormone levels and maintains the structural health of the prostate for years. Additionally, vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage contain compounds called sulforaphanes, which support the body's detoxification processes and help prevent cellular changes in the prostate. Ideally, meals should be vibrant and plant-based, incorporating cooked tomatoes, leafy greens, mineral-rich seeds, and a good source of lean protein. When consumed regularly, these foods act subtly yet powerfully, keeping the prostate less inflamed, better oxygenated, and metabolically balanced. Nutrition, when properly managed, becomes a form of preventive medicine and can be one of your strongest allies in protecting prostate health. The fifth habit is deep sleep to regulate hormones and protect prostate health. This habit is often ignored by most men, yet it has a far greater impact than you might expect. Deep, restorative sleep is essential for maintaining hormonal balance, which directly affects prostate health. During deep sleep, especially in the most regenerative phases of the night, the body produces regulatory hormones such as melatonin and growth hormone. Both have anti-inflammatory effects and protect prostate tissue. When sleep is disrupted, shallow, or insufficient, these hormonal cycles are impaired. Stress levels rise, free testosterone levels tend to drop, and overall inflammation in the body increases. A study published in Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers, And Prevention tracked over 2,400 men for nearly a decade and found that those who suffered from sleep disturbances had twice the risk of developing aggressive forms of prostate cancer. Without quality sleep, the body cannot efficiently repair tissues, leaving the prostate more vulnerable to inflammatory and degenerative processes. That's why it's crucial to create a restful sleep environment, dark, quiet, and consistent in schedule. This is not a luxury, but a prevention strategy. Deep sleep not only restores the mind, it also protects the prostate every night, even if you're not aware of it. Now, let's take a moment to reflect. If you're like me, a man in his 60s, you've probably spent a lifetime working hard, caring for your family, and doing your best to be strong in the face of adversity. But here's the thing, strength isn't just about brute force or endurance. True strength is about wisdom. It's about knowing what matters and taking action to protect what you love. Your health, your independence, and your dignity, they all depend on the choices you make now. The habits I've shared aren't complicated. They don't require expensive supplements, complex procedures, or dramatic lifestyle changes. They're natural, accessible, and within your control. Strategic hydration, light walks after meals, regular sexual activity, mindful eating, and deep sleep, these are the foundations of good prostate health. Each one is backed by science. Each one has the power to transform your daily life, restore your confidence, and give you more years of freedom. But there's more. Over the years, I've learned that habits are only part of the story. What truly matters is your attitude, the way you approach your health, your relationships, and your future. Too many men accept pain, discomfort, and loss of independence as inevitable. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. You have the power to change your trajectory. Starting today, let me share something personal. When I turned 60, I began to notice the signs myself, those subtle changes in energy, the occasional urgency, the restless nights. I could have ignored them. I could have chalked it up to just getting older. But instead, I leaned into the science. I made hydration a priority, started walking after dinner, and paid closer attention to my diet. Over time, those symptoms faded. My sleep improved. My sense of well-being returned. And perhaps most importantly, I felt empowered, like I was steering my own ship again. So, what does all this mean for you? It means you have a choice. You can accept discomfort and decline as your fate, or you can take action. You can make small, intentional changes that add up day after day, year after year. You can protect your health, preserve your independence, and enjoy a richer, fuller life. Let's recap the 5 habits that can transform your prostate health after 60. First, practice strategic hydration. Sip water throughout the day, reduce fluids in the evening, and protect your bladder and prostate from the inside out. Second, take a light walk after meals. Even 15 minutes can improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and lower your risk of urinary problems. Third, maintain regular sexual activity. It's not just about pleasure. It's about cleansing, protecting, and supporting your prostate. Fourth, eat with intention. Focus on plant-based foods rich in lycopene, zinc, and sulforaphanes. Make nutrition your ally, not your enemy. Fifth, prioritize deep sleep. Create a restful environment, respect your body's need for restoration, and let your hormones do their healing work. Now, I want you to imagine what your life could look like if you embrace these habits. Picture yourself waking up rested, moving easily, enjoying time with loved ones, and feeling confident in your body. Imagine fewer trips to the bathroom, less discomfort, and more freedom to do the things you love. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's entirely possible, and it starts with a single decision. Here's my challenge to you. Start today. Choose one habit to focus on, make it part of your routine, and watch what happens. Share this information with the men you care about, your father, grandfather, husband, or friend. Have the conversation that almost never happens. Talk about prostate health openly, honestly, and without shame. Because when you do, you're not just protecting yourself, you're changing the culture of aging for all men. No matter where you are on your journey, remember this. It's never too late to take control of your health. Every day is a new opportunity to invest in yourself, to build strength from the inside out, and to claim the life you deserve. Before we end, I want to leave you with a message. You are not alone. Millions of men are facing the same challenges, asking the same questions, and searching for the same solutions. By choosing to act, you become part of a movement of men who refuse to accept decline, who choose health, and who inspire others to do the same. If this message has resonated with you, I urge you to take action right now. Subscribe for more science-backed advice and personal stories. Leave a comment sharing your experiences or questions. Let's build a community of men who support each other. And don't forget to share this message with someone who needs it. Together, we can change the way men age. We can make health, dignity, and independence the norm, not the exception. So, what will you do today? Will you choose strength, wisdom, and action? The choice is yours, and your future is waiting.